Hello and welcome to a new session of learning. So tell me, how often you pray to the God? Praying daily is a very good practice indeed. But many a times we remember the Almighty only when we find ourselves in a tough situation. But do we always get what we need by praying? Not necessarily. We need to do a bit to achieve certain things in life. As it is rightly said, God helps those who help themselves. And that is exactly what we should read in the story Jalebis. Jalebi is a short story about a child's dilemma after he spends his school fees on mouth-watering jalebis. First, let us learn something about the author. Ahmad Nadeem Kasmi. Ahmad Nadeem Kasmi was a Urdu and English language poet, journalist, literary critic, dramatist, and short story author. He wrote many English poems and short stories. He received awards, the Pride of Performance in 1968 and Sitara-e-Imtiaz in 1980 for his literary work. His short story Jalebis is translated from Urdu by Sufia Pathan. Let's start the story with part 1. Munna was a student of 5th class at the government school Kambalpur. He was going to school with 4 rupees in his pocket to pay his fees. But his teacher, Master Ghulam Muhammad, was on leave, so the fees could not be paid that day. On his way back, the sight of jalebis tempted him. The coins in his pocket began to jingle. Coins do not talk, but that day they actually spoke. 1 rupiah said, "What are you thinking about?" It drew his attention to the fresh, hot jalebis. It told Munna that they were meant to be eaten. Only those with money in their pocket can eat them, and money is meant to be spent. He did not follow the coin's advice. It was the money for the fees. How could he spend it on jalebis? He won't show his face to his teacher and God. Besides this, he was a good boy. He got so much to eat at home. So he considered even looking at something in the bazaar a sin. If Master Ghulam Muhammad got angry, he would keep him standing on the bench. Moreover, he belonged to a well-to-do family, so he enjoyed great practice. Therefore, it was not proper for him to eat jalebis standing in the bazaar. The rupiahs did not like what Munna had said. They began to speak at the same time. They made such a loud noise that the passers-by stared at him with surprise. So he held them tight in his fist. They were now silent. The oldest rupiah told him they were trying to tell him something for his own good. He asked Munna if he did not like eating those jalebis, if he spent the money that day, he would get the scholarship the next day. Then he can pay his fees. Munna could not overcome his temptation. The rupiahs went on persuading him to eat jalebis. So he rushed out of the house barefoot to eat jalebis. He ran towards the bazaar. He told the halwai to give him a rupee worth of jalebis. Those were not expensive days. 1 rupee could fetch more than rupees 20 does nowadays. The halwai heaped a pile of jalebis on a newspaper. He took the jalebis and ran into a street. He ate many jalebis. Now come to the second part of the story. The boys from the neighborhood assembled in the street. Munna began to give jalebis to the children around. When other children heard about it, they also came there. Munna ran to the halwai. He bought 1 more rupees worth of jalebis. He distributed these jalebis among the children. A huge crowd of children gathered around him. Beggars too came there. The children were so happy that they could have done anything for him. Munna bought jalebis for the remaining 2 rupees. He distributed them also. Munna returned home. Digesting the jalebis was now a problem for him. A burp came with every breath. There was the danger of every burp bringing out a jalebi or two. He had to take his dinner also. Otherwise, he would have been asked why he did not want any food. If he had pretended illness, a doctor would have been called. The result was that he lay coiled up like a jalebi during the night, but he was able to digest the jalebis. Munna faced another problem. He went to school the next day. He found out that he would not get his scholarship that day. It would be paid next month. Master Ghulam Muhammad had announced that he would take the fees during the recess. But when the recess bell rang, Munna left the school. On the way, he prayed to God to arrange 4 rupees for him. He reached the Kambalpur railway station. The elders had given him 2 warnings. First, he should not cross railway tracks. Second, he must never eat sweets with his fees money. Now come to the part 3 of the story. Munna sat under a tree near the railway tracks. He started thinking about his miserable condition. The matter had looked simple and straightforward. This was because he could pay the fees with the scholarship money. If he had known that he would get the scholarship next month, he would not have bought jalebis. Now he was absent from school for the first time because of the jalebis. He felt like crying. He started thinking about his fees and his teacher's cane. He closed his eyes and began to pray. Munna prayed to God to help him. He said that he was a very good boy. He has memorized the entire namaz. He even knows the last 10 surahs of the Quran by heart. He can recite the entire Ayat al-Kursi. He needed money for his school fees. He made a mistake, but he was not alone to eat jalebis. He fed them to a large number of children. He prayed to God to put only 4 rupees in his bag. There was no shortage of anything in God's treasury. He was asking only for 4 rupees. After the prayer, he offered namaz. He also recited 10 surahs, Ayat al-Kursi, etc. Then he blew over his bag, saying, "Chew." But he was disappointed when he did not find even 4 paise in his bag. He felt like crying as loudly as he could. He was very tired. He got up from there and walked to the bazaar. He waited for the school bell to ring. He would go home with other children. He wanted to show that he had come straight from school. The next day also he did the same thing. He again prayed to God to give him 4 rupees. Munna suggested the God to play a game. He will go from here to the signal. God should secretly place 4 rupees under that big rock. He will touch the signal and come back. It will be a great fun if he could find 4 rupees under the rock. He went to the signal and came back. He said Bismillah and lifted the rock. He found a big hairy worm under it. He screamed and ran away. Once again he touched the signal. He was about to leave. He once again looked at the rock. He saw the worm sitting on it and staring at him. While going, he was thinking of doing wazoo the next day. He will wear clear clothes and come here. He will keep reading the namaz till noon. Even then, if God does not give 4 rupees, he will make a deal. The report of his absence from school had reached home. Later on, he kept on thinking if there could be any harm if God had sent him 4 rupees. He realized if God gave everything for asking, man will be no better than birds. He will not learn to do anything. This is because he will get everything without effort. Conclusion of the story. The jalebi summary teaches us that lying may get us in trouble, such that even God might not help. So, children, I hope you have enjoyed the story, but don't forget the lesson you have learned from the story.